TexAgs.com here with Dash Harris. Twitter's been blowing up, obviously, over the last week, but it seems like you've been the steadfast leader that this team needed in times of real uncertainty.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to be there, being the point guard and being the leader on this team. I felt that was my job, and even before Coach Turgeon left, he told me to make sure I take care of the guys, and they were being left in my hands until we found a new coach. And like I said, I felt that was my job, and Bill Byrne put the trust in me also. So I felt like I had to make that happen.
And selfishly, you didn't want to go into your senior year with no David LeBeau, with no Jamal Branch, and with no Jordan Green. And I felt like maybe you had a lot to do with bringing all three of those guys and making sure they stayed on board.
I definitely talked to them. And these are guys that wanted to be here. They've always been excited about coming to Texas A&M. And, of course, they look forward to playing for Coach Turgeon, too. But I really think this family-type atmosphere and the guys here and the people around the city really convinced them to come to the school. And with the departure of Coach Turgeon and the entry of Coach Kennedy, it was a smooth transition. And I think those guys still have the same feelings about us, as a team and about this university.
Was that your message to those two signees? Remember why you signed here? It wasn't necessarily about a coach, but a great university.
Yeah, it was that, and I was just telling them, we're going to have the same guys here. You're going to be playing with the same players. We're just going to be playing a different style of basketball. And I think they were open to it, and I'm pretty happy they were. I talked to them both a lot throughout the process, and throughout the process, I can tell that they were both just open to whoever it was, and they were going to give whoever it was a chance. And that's all I asked of them.
What are your first impressions of Billy Kennedy?
I love him so far. I love him. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana. I was born in New Orleans. That way I know he's a real, family type guy. And Southern hospitality is great. His family, his wife, his kids, everybody was nice. And like I said, I just liked everything about him. The type of basketball he's talking about playing, and how he cares for each player. He's a real player's coach. And so I've heard a lot about him. I've heard great things, and I'm excited.
I asked Jamal and Jordan this, but I know you had to perk up a little bit the first time you heard him say, "We're going to play a little D'Antoni and score in the first 7 seconds."
Yeah, I know Bill Byrne, that was some of the things we talked about before he was hired, is the style of play. And he definitely wants to play up-tempo, which will help fit my style and my teammates' style also. We always wanted to run the past couple years, and we haven't been able to do so. So I think now with a fresh start, a new coach, with that as his motto, I think we'll definitely get after it and run in open court and get some easy buckets.
And obviously, to win in the rugged Big 12, like you said, you have to play defense. And he's a guy who likes to run it, but also is going to grind it out on the other end.
Yeah, I don't think you can take defense away from us. We took it away from ourselves those 4 games this past season in the Big 12, and we saw what happened. And ever since then, we've grown as a defensive team, and we've been very consistent. So I think Coach Turgeon leaving behind a defensive-oriented team will definitely help Coach Kennedy. And we know what it takes to win in the Big 12 and in the tournament, so we're going to do everything it takes to get ready again and get Jamal and Jordan ready and the incoming guys and Elson, and just going to get back on track.
And then finally, you got one more run at this thing. How much are you just kind of cherishing every minute you're putting into the gym and trying to get better and trying to really help this team win a title?
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to reach my dreams. I have goals for after this season for myself, and my family does also, and a lot of people in my circle expect things also. So I'm just going to go out there, play hard, play every game like it's my last, work out like it's my last. And I took a lot from guys like Donald Sloan and BJ and Nate talking about how fast your senior season goes. So I'm definitely going to cherish every moment and just make it worthwhile and look to do big things this season.
Captain Fives Up, king of Twitter here locally. I tell you, if you could put a hashtag on this, how would you sum up today?
Fives Up, good day in Aggie Land.
There you go. Good day in Aggie Land. Dash Harris here on TexAgs.com.